Hey everyone, it's the day after the snowstorm edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. It is Wednesday afternoon, of course. I'm recording this at about 3 o'clock. And this is what has happened over the last 24 to 30 hours or so. Got a snowfall accumulation map here, and well, the scale is just off the screen. I can tell you that the pink colors, or magenta, or whatever color this is, that's where the 6-inch area starts. Youngstown, of course, kind of right in through here. 6-inch area encompasses a lot of eastern and southern Mahoning County, right down through all of Columbiana County, all the way down, in fact, into the West Virginia Panhandle, then heading over through Beaver and Lawrence counties and right up through Mercer County in PA. Everyone got more than 6 inches, generally speaking, in that zone. And then we start to get into some higher amounts. As you zoom in a little bit here, you can kind of pick out, hopefully this will show up on your screen, there's kind of a deeper pink, or I guess magenta kind of a color in through here, and that's an over 8-inch contour. There were a lot of places that got 8, 9, 10 inches, even a few spots. I saw some reports, especially in Mercer County, of 11, 11 and a half inches, and you know, this storm pretty much behaved as expected in our area. We got pretty much what we expected to get. A general 5 to 10 inch snowfall, with the lowest amounts being up in northern and western Trumbull County, and then progressively higher amounts as you got towards the south and the east. And while most of us fit nicely in that 5 to 10 range, there were a few outliers that got 11, 11 and a half inches, and maybe in a few backyards there was even a foot. But most of us were somewhere between 5 and 10. It's a real heavy snow. I was doing some shoveling this morning, and it was painful. This is not a light, fluffy snow. This is good snowball snow, and it's really hard to shovel. And so common sense applies. If you're not the most physically fit person in the world, if you are a little older, if you know someone that's a little older, you should definitely not be out there shoveling this if you can avoid it. Or if you know someone that's not real physically fit or a little older, you know, try to take care of it for them, because this is the kind of snow that someone can have a heart attack shoveling. It is that heavy and gloppy. All right, so what's going on now? The answer is a lot of clouds, a lot of wind, as promised. It's cold. It is just bone-chilling cold outside right now. Temperatures are in the lower and mid-20s. Wind chills are down in the single digits and teens. As far as snow, as I record this at about 3 o'clock this afternoon, right now our lake effect bands are up in Trumbull County and then curving back towards Akron, Kent, Ravenna, and then heading up into the eastern suburbs of Cleveland. There's not much happening in Mahoning County. There's a little bit of flurry activity in Columbiana County and south of Newcastle. But generally speaking, most of us are done, with accumulating snow for the rest of the day today. There are going to be some exceptions. I think up towards Warren and Howland, and especially north of there, up through Trumbull County, there can still be another inch, possibly even 2 or 3, out of some of these somewhat disorganized lake bands before the lake machine starts to shut itself down later on today and into tonight. Look how closely packed together the isobars are this afternoon. When the lines of equal pressure are that close together, that means there's a lot of wind. That's what we have going on now. Low pressure is up here across New England, and it's the busiest travel day of the year traditionally. And we've got some heavy rain still ongoing along the East Coast, and travel delays a sure bet in Boston, New York City, Philadelphia, down here in D.C. as well. It's just an ugly, raw, windy day over there. Another very busy hub is Atlanta. Thankfully, nothing going on down there. But, you know, travel's going to be tough. If you are doing any traveling by airplane for the rest of the day today, you can expect it to have some problems because of all the wintry and wet weather that's going on in the east. Rest of the country doing all right. It's warming up across the plains. Not much going on in the west. All right, let's talk about the future. And we've got our GFS computer model plotted up here. We'll talk about Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving Day, there's going to be just a weak little disturbance moving through Michigan and Wisconsin. It's going to produce some light snow, just some flurries in a lot of places up in Michigan, Wisconsin, and even in northeast Ohio, northwestern PA. Particularly tomorrow afternoon, there could be a few snowflakes in the air. This is not going to accumulate, but there will be some flakes here and there for our Thanksgiving afternoon. It's going to be cold, and as I've been posting on social media recently, if our high of 26 verifies tomorrow, this will be the coldest Thanksgiving in Youngstown since at least 1930. Now, the records before 1930 aren't very good, but we've got good records since 1930, and 26 would be the coldest Thanksgiving since then. We've had a few 28s. Most recently, I believe it was 5 or 6 years ago, we had a 28 on Thanksgiving Day, but we've not had a 26-degree high since at least 1930 on Thanksgiving. So shoppers, Friday morning. Weather's going to be quiet. Clouds around. Maybe there's a stray flurry. Temperatures probably down in the teens Friday morning in most of the area. Heading into the weekend, though, a lot of people will be hitting the roads and the skyways once again. Saturday looks like a quiet day. Here's Saturday's map. Nothing going on. Here's Sunday's map. Also nothing going on. Maybe there's a flurry at the end of the day, but aside from a little bit of snow up in northern New England, the weather map looks pretty quiet across the region at the end of this holiday weekend, and next week we'll start with quiet weather as well. All right, let's touch on long-range temperatures real quickly, and we will talk about kind of the peaks and valleys we expect over the next couple of weeks. Of course, we're in a big valley now. It's way below average. We're going to climb out of this early next week. I think we may even have a day or two where we're a little above average next week, maybe on the order of 5 or 6 degrees above average, if we're lucky. That's kind of optimistic, but we have a chance anyway of hitting that early next week, middle of next week perhaps. And then after that, the models are pointing towards another big cold shot coming in about 10 days into the Mahoning Valley, the rest of the region as well. So if the models are clued in correctly here, by mid-December we could be right back in the icebox. So whatever little thaw we have early next week, the lesson to be learned here is enjoy it if you can. Well, that's Weather for Weather Geeks on this Wednesday. I'll be on 21 News tonight at 6 and 11. And then I've got a few days off, so enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday. Make it a safe one. I'm on the morning shift next week, so you'll see me next week on WFMJ today, bright and early, on the midday show as well. So I look forward to seeing you there.